Andrew Kibe of the Standard. Yeah.
You whoop us. It's a pleasure having you here. And of course, you're here to discuss something that, of course, we've had phone calls about, we've texted about. We have been thinking about having this interview for a while. Now, there's the Oxfam report that came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I just want to hit it from the top. Let's start with the numbers.
Yeah.
I can't believe that the gap between the richest and the poorest person is on the ultimate extreme. Talking about 0.1 to 99.9% is crazy. Tell me more about that.
So they're talking about the 125, like a maximum of 125 people own more wealth or the same amount of wealth as 42.6 million Kenyans, which is staggering. Like, you can't even imagine those numbers.
Yeah.
125 people is not even all of your relatives.
Yeah.
It's such a small number of people.
I mean, I think I have like 2,000 relatives.
Exactly.
Hey.
Like, it's not even the people at a wedding.
Yes.
At a normal Kenyan wedding.
Yes.
And they own more than 42.5 million of us.
Then why do you think it's like that?
Structural inequalities are usually born out of the systems that enable them. And the Kenyan system is one which definitely enables some people to become wealthier than others. The Oxfam report actually takes some time to break down how, for instance, VAT will affect a poorer person more than it does a wealthier person in terms of feeling the brunt of added taxes.
Hold on. The VAT also reflects to the rich, right?
It reflects to everyone.
But on this report, they were saying there are so many inequalities when it comes to tax.
Yes.
What inequalities are this?
I saw one speaking about how landlords had their taxes reduced by 2.5% in the year 2025. Now, we can go into conversations about whether that is a viable career path. A lot of Kenyans want to become landlords, you know?
Yes.
Because we all want to run away from the hamster wheel of poverty and trying to make money every month, and you want your money to work for itself. And a lot of people look to housing as a way to make that money.
It's every African's dream.
Even though housing should be a basic human right for everyone, right? It's almost the equivalent of wishing that you could privatize your own river and then charge people to come and get water from it.
True.
But the government sees this as a perfectly viable way of seeking money. In fact, so viable and so positive that they reduce the taxes while increasing...
For the landlords.
Yeah, for the landlords.
Yes.
While increasing so many other taxes for other people.
This is crazy because now I've been going through this report the whole day. Now, the extreme inequality that they're talking about in this report, and they're saying it's had an impact on economic growth since 2005. So they're saying there have been more millionaires ever from 2005 to 2025. It has never been like that in Kenya, ever. Since.
Yeah, and it's the same for the rest of the world. I was reading something about billionaires in the US before 1970 and after 1970. And I think before 1970, there were only like 3 billionaires.
So who's on this 125 people list?
Certainly not you and I. The people who usually make the Times Magazine list.
The Forbes.
The Forbes list. We've seen those names. Those are the people who set up the superhighway, and apparently they're actually still making money from it.
From the superhighway.
No you know?
Yes.
You have to know how to finagle your way around these deals in order to make it to the 125.
Do you actually think that this 125 people made their money legally or illegally?
Well, morality is very fluid in this country. What I consider to be illegal is perfectly legal to some other people, you know. Currently, we live in a wash generation where
everyone wants to make a quick buck.
You just want to be rich.
Yes.
All these other moral questions be damned. You just want to have some money, to drive a nice car, have a villa and property, and don't ask me questions. So it almost gets to a point in Kenya where should we even start having conversations about legality and morality? Most people don't really care.
No one cares about it. Now, what do you take away from this Oxfam report that is very peculiar, apart from that divide of the poor and the rich?
Are there peculiarities that I picked out in particular? Not really. I mean, like I said, these are trends that we notice across the globe, not just in Kenya. If we look at how the wealthy are growing wealthier in the rest of the world, we're getting to the point where we're about to have our first trillionaire. That cannot be a normal thing, and yet it's about to happen.
That's definitely Elon Musk, yeah?
I think it was supposed to be Elon, or maybe Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, one of those guys is headed to be a trillionaire.
And if you think about how they're making their money, again, the question of morality and legality, it's all the same. Like, we're allowing Amazon workers to be exploited so that he can be the next trillionaire. It's a trend the world over. There's nothing special about Kenya in this case, which is unfortunate. Like, all of us are drowning together, the entire planet.
True, man. And also in this report, there's something that really shocked me. Now, of course, the 1.1 billion corporate tax dodging is, of course, undermining the Kenyan tax base.
Yeah.
Touch on that a little bit.
I don't know anything about how companies are supposed to pay their taxes, but it seems like there's a lot of dodging of taxes on the whole. They speak about the corporate taxes. They also speak about SHA,
yes,
where people are dodging the payment of SHA. It seems that people find ways to finagle their way out of paying of taxes, which is quite I mean, every year you see people saying, don't forget to file your nil returns.
Yes. Don't forget. Yeah. Which is true. Which is very, very true.
Yeah.
Most people you always meet always tell you, you know me, I filed nil.
Then you know this person has a prestigious job.
Exactly. Yeah. And well, Jahira, I want us to take a short break, but when we come back, there's something here that I saw and caught my eye. Now, almost twice what the government spends on its entire health budget in 2015-2016, in a country where mothers face 1 in 40 chance of dying in childbirth.
Yeah.
You're a feminist. We are coming there. So, well, if you're listening to us right now, Karibu Sana, this is definitely one of those days that you love to be with Radio Generation. Jahira is here. She's an advocate, a lawyer, international lawyer, and she's here to answer your questions. So if you have any questions about the Oxfam report, she's here